Hi, I'm Litze Gonzalez. Welcome to the video version of the I-20 Esports Talk. Today, I interviewed Diana Vlad from Romania. Diana graduated from University of West Florida. I'm so excited for this episode. We used to play against each other, and today we are here talking on Zoom about her experiences. She shares with us how it was playing with people from all over the world and a high energy team environment. Also, her future in college tennis. Let's take a listen. All right, so I'm here today with Diana Vlad. She's from Germany or Romania, half and half, I would say. So first of all, I just want to say thank you so much. It's so nice talking to you because we play against each other, and now you're here on Zoom talking about college experiences. So thank you.
No, thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it. And I think what you're trying to do is really great. I think a lot of people will appreciate it and enjoy listening to your podcast.
Thank you so much. All right, so first, why did you decide to go to the US to play college tennis and get that experience?
Well, I just knew I wanted to carry on playing tennis, and as I was starting to go through my last year of high school, a lot of people that I knew were talking about going to the US, all the kids at my academy where I used to train had gone, they were all like, this is such an amazing opportunity, you would love it, and then as that final year of high school went on, I started to look more and more into it, and then it just seemed like the perfect thing to do, because I still want to study. So it seemed like the perfect opportunity if I could try to get a scholarship and then also play for the team, it just seemed like the perfect thing to do at that time.
Yeah, no, that's awesome because when you play like in our back countries, and then there's one point that we cannot really play anymore, and the US, they give us that chance of studying and still keep playing.
Exactly. And it's, I mean, if you want to try to play professionally, it's hard at the same time. You want to keep evolving and raising your level, but it's also tough at the same time. So this is just an amazing opportunity.
Yeah, for sure. And you said you grew up in Romania, but then you moved to Germany. Did you always play tennis since you were young?
Yeah, so I started out with my best friend, just my mom always wanted me to do sports, and like the nice thing to do, and I was doing like other stuff as well on the side, but then tennis was my favorite, so I decided to stick with tennis, and I think it was a good decision back then. I think 8 or so when I decided like, yes, I don't want to do anything else but tennis.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And how was the recruiting process? Did you speak English? Did you have to take tests or?
So um, the process was a bit difficult because I had to take the SAT. I mean, I was already speaking English not perfectly, but quite fluently, So it was all right. Some of my teammates would raise their eyebrows at that, especially when I had the way I butcher some words. But anyways, yeah. So I had to take. So I had to finish my high school. Then I had to take the SATs and a TOEFL test, which is for people whose language primary language is not English. So besides that, luckily my coach had actually a contact who was kind of like a middle person between the kids who wanted to go over to the States and the coaches in the States, kind of like a recruit. So it turned out that he had been a former West Florida player. And when I spoke to him, he also knew my coach in Germany. And when I spoke to him, he said to me, the first thing he said to me, he says, I think West Florida would be a great fit for you. He said that's where I went to college. That's where I played as well. He said that the city is amazing, the atmosphere and the people are nice, and that was my first and only choice basically.
That's awesome because, to be honest, when HPU went to Florida to play, I wasn't very excited because I mean I love Florida, but when you think of Florida, you just think about like tourists and Orlando and Miami. I think that's the only two places.
Yes, exactly. Those are the most popular.
Yeah, and then and then we got to Pensacola, and we got a house right by, like right by on the beach, and it was so
Yeah.
awesome. It was so pretty. We got there, and we are like, oh my god, we want to come here now. We don't want to Hawaii anymore.
Yeah, no, I think Pensacola is stunning, and like you said, I had never heard of the place before, and it turns out, like you said, like there's such amazing places, and it's just like you're in a movie when you step on that beach and stuff. It's like you're in a movie.
Yeah, no, for sure. So then you got to Pensacola, and how was you choosing your major? How you came across that?
Oh, I think that was actually a very complicated process because I didn't know what I wanted to do in the beginning. Like at first, I think I was just a bit overwhelmed, being by yourself, um, you being responsible for your own scheduling and, school and tennis, meeting new people. So that took me a while, in the beginning, I just like the general courses. And then I thought I wanted to do sports management, but the more I was taking the courses towards it, I realized it I didn't feel that connection to it that you would want to, when you're doing your major and stuff like that. So then I came across international relations and I did my minor in promotion, which I actually really enjoyed. And the reason why I chose international studies was because I come from such different backgrounds, I speak a lot of languages. So I thought, that would be the right way to start in whatever I wanted to do next on.
Yeah, for sure. How many languages do you speak?
So I speak Romanian, I speak German, I speak English, Spanish, and I used to speak Hungarian. I can't say I speak fluently anymore, but I would understand and I can still speak a few words.
Oh my god,
But
that's
I used to speak fluently, yeah.
and I think you probably speak Portuguese. There are so many Brazilians on the team.
Yeah, no, Isa is one of my friends from the team. She always says to me, the more I started hanging out with Brazilians, and I just kept hearing the language, the more I started to pick up, even if I couldn't speak, but I would understand big parts of the conversation.
That's awesome.
So that's still a work in progress.
All right, so you got to the team, and there are people, or the girls on the team, they're from different backgrounds and cultures. How was that experience for you?
I mean, my first year, we were, I think, about 13 or 14 girls on the team, which was a lot. We had people from Brazil, from all over Europe. We had an American girl on the team, Australia, so literally from all over the world. And it's just like, there's so much to share, and I think that's what makes it also so fun to come into such a big team, because it's so easy to find people and to get along, and you have funny stories to tell, and the language barrier sometimes. And I think all these things are helping you bond with these people, or creating really special relationships.
Yeah, for sure. And how would you say how important it is to build that bonding and that relationship with the girls that you share the court and day to day?
I think it's one of the most important things. Like when I look back at it, as a team, we always performed best when we had like a balanced relationship with all of us. And I mean, to be honest, I, the girls and I, we would always speak about how well together, and how bonded your team always was.
Oh,
You
nice.
guys always seemed like you had such a good, friendship, and you had each other's backs and everything. So I think as a team, you always want to have that. You don't want to have people who don't get along. There's always tension. And I think also being away from home and missing your family, because that's also part of the experience, is the not so pleasant part, but it comes with the package, unfortunately. But I think when you have that togetherness with these girls, it almost makes up for it, makes everything a lot easier because you have to share your experiences with.
Yeah, for sure. And like you said, they become your family because you are away from home, and we rely on each other all the time with things on and off the court. And we will say the same
Exactly.
about you guys, because on and off the court, you guys were so loud, and we were like, yeah, like they're so loud. It was so much fun.
Please, you were also so loud. I remember you could hear when you guys would come to play in West Pro, we could hear you from 3 courts away. We knew Hawaii Pacific was here now.
Yeah, I guess we were a little bit loud too, but it was always fun to play against you guys because you had the men's team always supporting you as well, which I always thought was so nice. And we had that too a little bit. And how was the relationship between the women's and the men's team?
Um, I think it's like sometimes it takes a bit to get going with that part, because it takes a while until you get to meet everybody, and sometimes you arrive a bit later than the rest, then you have to catch up and stuff like that. But I think like if I look back at it, my 3 years of college, I lived with the guys from the team most of the time, and they were like my best friends, they were like brothers to me. So, and I think like fun stuff like grills and barbecues and game nights and stuff like that really help bring the teams together. And like you said, I think it's good to have, because it's so important, in a tough match, and you have the guys there supporting you, like it's a bit more loud, that gives you a bit more energy and stuff. So I think it's I actually really enjoyed being so close with the guys team and stuff like that, and I think the same goes for them. Like when they would play, we would always try to come out and watch them and support.
I think that's very important. And yeah, I mean, having them supporting you guys was always so much fun to see because they were loud too. I remember them on the court; they were super loud.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
Wow too was
definitely.
your head coach. I mean, he was. We were talking about it before we started. How much fun was to hear them telling the introductions, like introducing the players to the courts. How was your relationship with your coach?
um, I think my relationship with my coach got better as I went through the years. And I think he helped me evolve. I feel like each year that I went through this journey, basically, I got better in my game. I found myself a little bit more. And look, I'm gonna be forever grateful. Like he always gave me the opportunity to play, and that was huge for me, because you if you come to a tennis team, you want to play, you want to be on that court with the other girls and fight for your team and stuff like that. And he was great. I mean, when we went to nationals in 2018, I started my quarterfinal doubles with 4 double faults in a row, and he wanted to kill me and I wanted to kill him. But like in the end, I look back at it and and he laughs about it too. And I think it's just like I said, I think our relationship just got better through the years. And I think he's a great guy, like you said. Like he gave us memories for a lifetime, with the introduction. Like that's something that we'll never forget, how we like shout everybody's names. And my teammate, my doubles partner, sorry, she would sometimes say, Jesus, he just completely mispronounced my name. Like he just butchered my name. But everybody had such a good time. And I think it helped like lighten the mood and, you know, make you feel like you had fun. Because I think that's also what you want to also have fun on the court. So I think he played a huge part in that.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, that's just one memory you have, and I'm sure you have a lot more. So I wanted to ask you, what is the most memorable moment you have?
I think it would be the year that we reached the nationals final in 2018. That whole experience, that whole tournament, not I mean the finals of regionals was just amazing for us. We had such a good season, and we were training really hard, and I think as a team we were closest back then. Like, we had each other's back, and whatever it was outside of the court, we were able to just be so stable to just leave it behind us and just go out there and enjoy it. And I mean, I think about college, and that's my first memory that comes back to it, and that's why I'm telling you, when I think of these girls that I'm gonna coach, that's what I want for them. I want them to have this experience of going to nationals, and just because it's another feeling. And I mean, it, you've been there, it's just everything that you've like worked for in that moment is completely worth it, and it's just such an amazing feeling.
Yeah, for sure. And you're going back to the US to coach the team. Actually, just like you mentioned, it's such a nice feeling because you left a year ago, right? And how are you feeling? What are your expectations about that?
I'm very nervous. I'm very excited at the same time. I'm nervous because I know I'm gonna make mistakes. It's gonna take me a while, to get that balance right, where you like, because some of the girls still know me as a player. Like last time I was there, we were teammates. So I think it's gonna be a bit difficult maybe to get that that part balanced. But look, I know the girls that I haven't met yet. I've heard only good things about them. So, and I think it's gonna be a good experience. I haven't met anybody who went to to UWF and didn't enjoy it and didn't want to do really good for themselves and for the team. So I think as long as we're gonna have that in common, I think things are gonna go well. And my hopes, like I said, my hopes for the girls are that they enjoy the court, that they find themselves and that they reach their best levels. Some of the girls want to go and try to play professionally after they finish it with their college. So yeah, I hope this is going to be a phase that's going to prepare them, because so that's, I want that for as well, to for them to be prepared for the next step in their life once they finish at TWA.
Yeah, for sure. And I think being a college player and a student athlete prepares you for so much after you're done. And it's kind of like going into real life, I would say.
Definitely, definitely. I think so too. I mean, you never know what to expect, when you finish. It's like, it's different. Like, you no longer have your teammates there that you've had for 4 years. You no longer have those matches where everything's on the line and just the end of the tension is so high. Like, it's amazing feelings. But I think it's a great way, to to prepare you for the next step, and build relations that are going to be there for the rest of your life, and friendships. So I think those are all great opportunities.
Yeah, for sure. And how has playing college tennis and studying in the US shaped you for who you are today?
Oh, that's a tough question. I think it's taught me to work, to never give up, even when you think that you're not doing well, you're not taking steps forward. Just keep pushing, because things will come through eventually. And I mean, in college tennis you go through ups and downs. One day your game is great, the next day you're struggling with something. You have to figure things out on your own. And I think that's been a huge thing that I've learned from UWF and from college tennis, to just always, keep hoping for the best and put in the work. I think that was the biggest thing, just put in the work, and then the rest will come, hopefully.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, us as a student athletes, we have a lot of responsibilities, from tennis to academic, and we still have to stay sane. How did you manage that?
Oh my word, it was difficult to balance in the beginning, because I mean, I came from high school where everybody gave you the work and you knew how much you had to study for certain things, and I was used to, like training every day and stuff like that. But I mean, college is a whole different level because you have courses online that you need to juggle. Then you have classes. Then you have to study for exams. Sometimes you travel for hours, and then the next day you have to wake up early because you have to write like 2 exams in a row or 3 exams in a row. So it's difficult. I think the biggest thing that's helped me was like small steps, always trying to do a little bit day by day, and then that also avoids giving you that feeling, making you feel like you're overwhelmed, like, oh my god, what am I going to do now? I have a match today, I have to study for this huge exam tomorrow. But when you do a little bit each day, then it's a lot easier to manage everything, and it takes a bit of pressure off your shoulders as well.
Yeah, for
At
sure.
least it for me, yeah.
No, that's exactly it. I think we have so much going on, and if we start freaking out, then that's when we kind of lost.
Yes, exactly. And
Yeah,
I mean, in season, you don't really have time for that. In season, you just like, okay, this match and the next match, and then I have to pack my bags to travel here. Then I have to come turn in this paper. So it's just a crazy time.
yeah, and well, you played 4 years for UWF. How, and I'm sure time flew by, because it does. You get there as a freshman,
Yes.
and like out of you are done. What advice would you give to someone starting
Yes.
their freshman year now?
uh, um, I think to just enjoy it. Like even when you're really tired, even when you've like had enough of it and you're full of it, just enjoy it because, like you said, many of us, like many of my former student athletes, whenever we catch up, they're like, "Man, it was so good. It was such a good time." Like, and everybody misses it. I haven't met one person who says, "Thank God I'm done with this thing. Like I'm ready for the next step." And like you said, it flies by. Like I remember being there my first day, completely lost, knowing no one, and then just at the end leaving and it's like you leave a piece of your heart there, because it's been so many emotions that you've invested in that place and in those people. So it's a part of you that you leave there, I think.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. Because I remember my first day too, and out of the sudden, I was done. It's like, all right, I guess I can go coach now.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's such an experience. It's such a great
Yeah.
experience.
So you graduated in 2019. How has it been going back to normal life?
It's been quite an adjustment. I started working here for a tennis academy, and it's very difficult. It's funny because you kind of get to see what your coaches and your assistant coaches have been going through, trying to train you and coach you all these years. And like things that you say you will never do, you're like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm doing this now. um, but it's been a big adjustment. I miss college life, to be honest. I miss the matches, that team spirit when you do the chant and then you're getting ready for doubles and you're a bit nervous, you don't really know what to expect and how it's going to go, but then you just go with the flow, and then you end up having such a great time. um, so it's been an adjustment, like I said, but I'm glad to have this opportunity to go back, to go do my masters, um, and to work with the team. So I guess that will bring me a step closer to where I was a few years ago.
It definitely will, because it's such a good experience, because then you leave and you experience like the normal life, and then now you're going back to the team atmosphere, and it's absolutely amazing. You're going to love it.
Yeah, I hope so too. I'm sure I will. I'm sure it's going to be a great experience. Yeah, I'm really excited for what's to come.
No, that's awesome. All right, so just to finish off, I wanted to play a game with you. It's just a ping pong game, a quick game, just so we can finish in a good word.
Okay.
Okay, so food.
Chipotle.
Oh, Chipotle is so good.
I've been craving that one for a while now.
Oh my God, that first one you get when you go back is gonna be amazing.
I can't wait. And I have the one in our city now as well. So I'm gonna be broke because of Chipotle.
Nice. Drink.
Gatorade.
Animal.
Dog.
Country.
Romania.
Favorite player.
Simona Halep.
Oh, she's good. UWF.
Argos.
Tennis.
Serves.
Argos.
Go Argos.
If I could, I would.
Spend the day with Roger Federer.
Nice. And dream job.
Oh, that's a tough one. I would take care of dogs all day. I swear to God. I would just keep dogs.
Oh my God, that would be such a nice job though.
I would just get a huge house and just get as many dogs as I can, you know? Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I just want to say thank you so much. I really had so much fun talking to you, and it's so nice to like talk to you on Zoom because we play, like I said, we play against each other, and you're always super nice and always like talking to us and everything. So I really appreciate you supporting my podcast and making time to talk to me. It's so nice. So thank you so much.
No, definitely. It's been my pleasure as well. I mean, I remember our matches, and I remember we always look forward to playing you guys. We always knew it was going to be a nice match, you know, no matter who won. So it's funny where life takes you. Hey, like 2 years ago we were on the court together. Now we're talking through Zoom. You're starting your podcast. I'm really happy for you, and I hope great things are coming for you.
I had such a good time talking to Diana today. It is so amazing and incredible to see where college tennis or any college sports can take you and what amazing people you meet along the way. There's so many more stories to come. So see you back here next week as I'm going to have a very awesome chat with Gabor Bolsonaro from Hungary. He played college tennis 20 years ago and today he helps high performance athlete. I wait for you here. See you next week. Bye. I'm Litza Gonzalez in Brazil.